What's up, guys? We're here at Odie Market with the first champion of the first ever Odie Market Speed Duels. This is TS. Let's get to that deck build. Tell us what you're running, man.
So this is Amazonas. It's either you run this or Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Quick question.
Yeah.
What made you choose this over Blue Eyes?
The inconsistency with the Blue Eyes deck. There's so many tribute monsters. Every single monster is a tribute monster except for Lord of Dragons and Kaibaman, and they're just trash to run into when you don't have the tribute monsters. And Amazonas is all level 4 monsters or lower or whatever, and you can just summon them at any point.
Sounds great, man. Go on.
So for the skill, Destiny Draw, it's ridiculous. If you were to go into like Chain and then use the effect and you take damage that same turn, basically whatever monster Amazonas you have on your hand for the next turn, it's gonna be good because you go into your deck, pick out any card you want, and you could go for that and then just run into their monster. Especially if it's Blue Eyes, it's hard to get over them, and once you have this, it's not a big problem. So
now, how many times did that skill win you a game?
all of them. Pretty much all of them, except for the ones that I just couldn't get out of because they had answers, like the counter, what is it called, have a 7 outside on the field and then, you know, just negate. So Destiny Draw for sure, that's a good one. As for the monsters, the Heart and Soul, the deck, without the deck it would be trash. You just keep recycling them with the field spell, destroy it, run into a Blue Eyes or whatever, something stronger usually, and they take damage and then you do it again, and usually that pushes for game. This card just wins the whole time. Then after that would be 3 Chainmaster, just because of the name and what is it called, just keep the field spell afloat. So does that. This is not really significant, just maybe for the Destiny Draw, you know, just to deplete your life points and then go into Destiny Draw at the end. Amazonas Sage, you just needed to destroy spells to traps. I mean, just bait them out. They usually end up using the spell or traps just to like protect one monster, and that's already a minus.
And how many times did that come up?
All of them. All these cards always come up because this is a 25 card deck build, and surprisingly it works, because usually, as in Duel Links, it would be 20 and then, you know, it would be inconsistent. Now for the spells, the triple field spell, obviously it's you need 3, keep the field presence alive, just winning condition really. Any card in this deck could be Destiny Draw and just you will go for game. Then the Amazonas Heirloom, that's the wrong one. The Amazonas Heirloom, of course, you need them. Get rid of any monster, any problematic card. Usually these guys are very weak in attack, and once you equip one, they become an immediate threat. So always staple of 3. The card that people don't like in this particular area, I don't know why. There's no Mystical Space Typhoon right now, and the only form of removal for any face down spell or trap is Typhoon, and more often than not you hit a card. So I don't know what's the problem with these guys
Now,
here.
realistically, how many times did that win it for you, or how many times did you kind of mess up with that card?
I want to say like a more than like 70% of the time it helped me get out of situations. You could easily combo that with Wild Tornado because I run 2, and sometimes you don't have an answer for a certain monster. You don't have the equipped card or right monster to get over a beat stick. So then what I would usually do is have this set already, and then activate after, let's say, Blue Eyes and Lord of Dragons. I destroy by battle the Lord of Dragons, and then I activate this, pop my own card if I can, and then destroy the monster. So it has a lot of flexibility. And until Dust Tornado comes out, then this is going to be, I think, the staple card to run. Triple Kunai with Chain, I mean, it's just a great card overall. We don't have Book of Moon or anything like that, so, and then your monster gains 500 attack, so it's pretty good. It sucks against dragons because you can't target them, but other than that, it's just for increasing the attack. Double Win, best trap in the game, next to the counter trap. Just need it for defense purposes or to mess around with their plays, the way they attack. So usually just 2 for this one, because I don't know, maybe there's enough space for another one in the future, but not at the moment. And then Wild Tornado just because it works against the mirror matches, and it baits people into using Typhoon or anything that pops a back row, and then if they have a monster exposed, and that's pretty much game for that.
All right, now what was your best matchup with the deck?
well, everyone here played dragons, because that's just what it is at the moment. Either that or Amazonas, and then I won all of them actually. I didn't lose any. No, I did. I was so close to losing in the first round, but you know, that Destiny draw just came in clutch and pretty much beat them all the time. So every dragon decks, any deck that isn't dragon or Amazonas, you pretty much have an easy time.
All right, now despite the fact that everybody else played dragons, was there a match where you had a hard time?
Not really. Everything else was pretty easy. Just getting rid of beat sticks. It's the only problem this deck faced. But once you just have the 2 cards, just like with dragons, then you're pretty much easy after that.
Now, how do you think this deck build will fare against non-dragon decks?
It's just beatdown, really. Everything else, like Toons, they have very weak monsters. Gravekeepers have weak monsters. And as long as you just have the Heirloom, really, and they don't have any back row that destroys or counters, you pretty much have an easy time with everything else. Like there's no outs really to this deck because there's very limited things that you can do and very limited resources that we have at the moment.
Well, thanks so much, man. Once again, OD Market's first ever Speed Duels champion.
Yeah, thank you it was a good time, and hopefully I get to do this again, but a little differently.
Great.